What's going on, gang? It's your boy Ghost back here today with another news video. It's been a lot going on these last few days, from the Nuggets winning the championship, Stefon Diggs not reporting to mandatory minicamp. The Jets signing people left and right. The Jets are gonna look strong this year, but we'll cover all of that in today's video. If you guys like this video, make sure to like the video physically and subscribe and share the video with your friends, man. I really appreciate you guys, man. Let's get into it. So the first thing we're going to talk about today is the Denver Nuggets winning the NBA championship. I'm going to be honest with y'all. I saw this coming. All regular season, they were clearly the best team. They literally were the first seed for a reason in the West, right? Props to everybody on that team, from the coaching staff, the role players, Joker, Murray. Everyone turned up during this playoff run. A lot of people will say it was boring and whatnot and all that. I don't want, you don't want to hear all that. It's basketball, two teams that made it. If people wanted a more exciting game, I guess you could say, then their favorite teams should have did what they needed to do to make it to the finals. But the Miami Heat, the Denver Nuggets, they did what they needed to do at the right times, and they made it to the finals. So I'm not going to knock them for making it to the finals and being like, oh, no, this was boring. No. This was, Denver were just a better team. They won 4-2, I believe. Did they? Or was it 4-1? I forgot. It don't even matter. They won the finals. The Joker won finals MVP, well-deserved. I think the discussion between him and Embiid, who's better, who's the best player in the league. I think the best player in the league right now is Joker. 2 MVPs, finals MVP, champion. Bro, come on. Embiid has the MVP, but the things the Joker is able to do, Jokic is able to do, man. He's not that good defensively, bro. If he could really get better on the defensive end, bro, he would be unstoppable. He's already unstoppable on the offensive side of, offensively. And everyone else, Murray turned up. I think that 2-1 punch between him and Jokic is very deadly. And with everyone else coming into play, the role players like Aaron Gordon, KCP, those guys, man, I don't know. Brown, bro, they got so many guys that can contribute and pop off. Honestly, like KCP could give you about 10 plus points, if he's on fire. Then you have Gordon, who really found his footing, during the playoffs, and it was typical, bro. Like, what they were able to do during this playoff run was really dominant. I don't think any of their series went past 5, something like that. Maybe some might have went 6, but they didn't have a game 7 at all, and that's very typical from them, man. So props to them for getting that championship ring. They all deserve it, and it's crazy. KCP has 2 rings. He won one with the Lakers, and now he won one with Denver. Denver has their first championship, so props to them. And let's move on to the next topic. Apparently, Stefon Diggs has not shown up to mandatory minicamp. I've heard a couple reports about this, where some people saying he did show up but he left early. Some people saying he wasn't there at all. Bro, like, what's going on? And Coach Sean McDermott said he's very concerned. Why would he say that if Stefon Diggs was there? I don't understand. Maybe something's definitely going on behind closed doors that we don't know about. I'm not sure what's going on. Josh Allen has said they're working out the issues to get him back, to come to mandatory minicamp. It's mandatory to come, so I don't know what's going on with that. I know they were having some issues, during the postseason last year, specifically the last game that they played. So I really don't know what's going on. A lot of people are saying just saying dumb stuff. I'm gonna be honest with you, that he's not a team player and all that, bro. We don't know Stefon Diggs' side of the story. That's my thing, right? So it's no point in, but that's part of the media. If you don't hear his side of the story, then you're going to assume what's going on, and that's just how it is, So it would be nice for him to give, say something, but he's not obligated to say anything. He's never been that type to be on social media. Well, he does. He's posted before, but he's not really always posting, but he's never always in the media. So I guess it's a double-edged sword for him. He doesn't say anything, people are gonna assume, and if he does say something, people were still gonna say bad stuff about him. So at that point, I hope everything's okay. It would really help him if he does say something like what's going on, but I mean, it's none of our business at the end of the day. That's why it's like, all right, just if he shows up, let him show up. But for the coach to say he's very concerned, it's like, why would he say that if obviously something's going on behind closed doors? Because why would he be concerned? Otherwise, he would have been like, if everything was cool, he'd be like, he got this going on, such and such. He'll be back when it's time. But for him to say he's very concerned, yeah, I hope everything goes well, because this is a championship caliber team, and it all rides on the connection between Stephon Diggs and Josh Allen. Obviously, also Josh Allen's athleticism, but they need Stephon Diggs for this to work. I mean, they're right there to going to the Super Bowl. They've messed up, they've had chances, but they choked a couple leads. They can't really get past the Chiefs, or I mean, the Bengals are looking good too. So I mean, that championship window is slowly closing for the Bills, and they need all hands on deck if they want to make a championship run now, because that window is closing. But I hope everything works out for them. The Jets are signing safety Adrian Amos, I don't know, excuse me if I pronounce it wrong, to a 1-year deal up to $4 million. I mean, I knew he was a free agent. I was kind of surprised that he was still a free agent, because he's a good safety. He's a good safety, and he can make plays. I'm shocked he was still a free agent up until this point. But the Jets signing him, that is huge. I mean, the Jets can be scary this year. They have good wide receivers. They have a good running back. They have a good defense. The defense just got stronger when they added a good safety like Adrian Amos, right? And obviously they have Rodgers. So I mean, but that division, you got the Bills, you got Miami, you got the Patriots. It's going to be a tough division for the Jets, but if they can figure it out together, I think they could. I think they can sneak into the playoffs. The AFC is so stacked right now. Some good teams, some very good teams are gonna miss the playoffs. That's a fact. With how stacked, it's only 8 teams make it from each conference. With how stacked, the AFC is. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure, because even in the AFC East alone, you have the Bills, you have Miami, the Patriots. I don't see the Patriots doing anything. Ever since Tom Brady left, they've been trash. But they'll be competitive. They're gonna want to upset some teams. So you already got Miami and the Bills are playoff contenders already right off of the bat. So just from that division, that's 2 teams that could possibly and most likely will make the playoffs. So the Jets, like I said, this will be their first year with Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers is coming towards the tail end of his career, but he's still MVP caliber. He's a top 2 quarterback in this league. No debate about it. It's Mahomes, then Aaron Rodgers. So if they can figure this out and mesh well, I've been hearing good things from their practices and whatnot. So if they can mesh well, I think it's gonna be a good season for the Jets. If they can figure it all out together, it's gonna be a weird season, because of the simple fact there's so many good teams in the AFC. So once again, some good teams aren't gonna make the playoffs. It's just how it is. So I'm looking forward to seeing this Jets team play all together with the talent they have. For the final topic of today's video, Joe Burrow says the best quarterback in the NFL right now is Patrick Mahomes. But that's obvious. Most people know that. If you say any other quarterback is the best right now, you're probably delusional. Like, obviously, and you hear it from a good quarterback in Joe Burrow. Joe Burrow is a top 10 quarterback in this league, and he even says you have to beat Mahomes to become the best. And no one has beaten Mahomes as far as, well, people have beaten Mahomes, but Mahomes continues to win Super Bowls. He has 2 rings now, and he's been to he's been to 3, I believe. Yeah, he's been to 3 Super Bowls, and he's won 2 of them. And he continues to dominate the AFC. He might get beaten here and there. I know he actually hasn't beaten Joe Burrow. I think Joe Burrow is undefeated against Patrick Mahomes, if I'm not mistaken. But yet, Patrick Mahomes is the one who gets the rings, right? Gets the championships. And it's just like, until you can beat Mahomes in the playoffs, like, the Bengals have done it. The Bengals have done it. But the Bengals didn't win the Super Bowl, so it really doesn't matter. you have to, if you're gonna beat Mahomes, if you beat Mahomes in the playoffs, you have to go on to win the Super Bowl. You have to, otherwise it would have been for nothing. You're rarely gonna beat the Chiefs and Mahomes. So when you do it, you have to take advantage and win the Super Bowl, and that's something that the Bengals couldn't do. And Mahomes is the best quarterback in the NFL right now. There's no debate about that. So it's nice to, and it's a respectable thing for Joe Burrow to say that out loud. Obviously he's beaten Mahomes. He's had Mahomes' number plenty of times. But even he knows the best quarterback is still Patrick Mahomes, because Patrick Mahomes still continues to win day in and day out. So, yeah, I mean, I respect Joe Burrow for, saying that in an interview like that. But yeah, guys, that's it for today's video with the news. I'll be making more videos constantly. I'm trying to do it like every other day or something like that, but we'll figure out the schedule for it, because there's news every day on NFL, NBA, all sports, but I mainly cover NBA and NFL. But yeah, guys, if you guys enjoy, hit that like button, smash the subscribe button, and turn on notifications for more content like this, man. I'm out. I'll see y'all later.